So guys, let's play a game. 15 plus 10. What are we gonna get? Tommy Omnistrife from Slovakia playing e4. Okay, right, we'll go with the Nimzo, because that's what I'm kind of learning at the minute. I'm not really studying the theory at all, but it doesn't really matter almost. This is the Kennedy variation. The other one is the D5, I don't know what you call that. Okay, and here, again, we spin the knight around. We have prompted white slightly to overextend in the center of the board. And, right, they've defended this pawn. So now I guess I can just play knight G6 straight away, seeing as that one's defended. So this one didn't come with tempo. I might as well get the knight out of the way of the queen. Okay. Now I guess knight 2 can come out. This would now be a waste of time for white because he'd have made 2 moves. Okay, he's making moves possibly to go long. So I want to get this bishop out of the way, but obviously it can't go there. The most natural looking move is bishop b4. I don't see really much point in this. I mean, is he going to do that? Takes, no. Okay, let's pin the knight. Opponent is 1598. So in my terms, a useful player. Okay, now that is slightly confusing, I have to admit. The first thing I'm looking at is, does Queen h4 check do anything? But no, because it's g3. I mean, it's weakening, it kind of weakens this pawn as well, but it's still defended by the knight. d6 is supernatural. Supernatural. Okay, d6 then. I guess the other thing is it's taking this, you know, all of these squares now away from my light squared bishop. Okay, so I drop back here. I guess my concern is that he goes long. But this is a reasonable sign he's played a3. The knight's still pinned. I've got ideas of c6 or c5 at any point. Okay. There, takes. That, oops, that's quite good for me. I mean, I can castle. My king's under 0 threat right now. I wonder if it's worth going for c6 immediately. Takes. We are definitely opening up, opening up the b file. Seems good. I mean, my bishop right now only has 1 natural square, unless the b pawn should move. Now, should the b pawn move, where am I going to stick it? Well, I ain't going to stick it there, because 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? It's like everyone's in the way. That ain't going to happen. So my bishop is not going to this square. Is my bishop going to this square? Well, no, because white has the same issue, right? The only diagonal for that bishop points directly at a6. So is my bishop then going to go here? So I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. Or do we go for c5, b5, b4, maybe a4, this kind of thing. I think I'm going to stick my bishop here anyway, and I'll tell you for why. One reason is that it helps to defend b5. Now, if I choose c5 over c6, right, then white has only 1 opportunity to capture en passant. If he does not choose to do that, then these all remain closed, which is not ideal for people of a bishopy persuasion. I have this, I have this. I don't have this immediately because it's got 2 attackers. Oh no, it doesn't. Because this one's pinned, isn't it? Right, and if takes, you ain't taking back because it's bye-bye queen. So that is actually playable at this point. Now, so let's think it through. So let's say he's playing silly buggers here. Now, I'm kind of glad I haven't castled at this point. My knight could flip back around here. He could even go to f8. Knight on f8 can't be mate. c5. So we've established b5 as a playable move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, Now I do this. That's nice. Or c5. Let's think about c5. c5 has got the option of en passant. Then I might even resurrect my bishop, or I could take with the pawn and open up the b file. That ain't bad either. c6 is more forcing because I'm threatening to take. I don't know. Somehow I don't like that as much because I'm saying, you know, here's a nice outpost. Even if we trade off, then the queen comes in. So I'm thinking this. I don't see a problem with that move. If he carries on pushing here, I mean, look, I can still go long if I want to. So I'm going to play c5. Notice with my bishop on d7 as well, it takes both of these squares away from this knight. Not that the knight's in a hurry to move anywhere, because it's probably not in white's interest to hang his own queen. So here I'm really threatening to close everywhere. What the? Oi! Gio! Dog's scratching on something. Here takes. No. I mean, I might argue that's a bit of a waste of time for white, but we shall see how it unfolds. This is still playable, by the way, because the knight's still in a pin. Okay. Are we even bothered? I mean, my knight's got one square here. You carry on doing this shenanigans. Then we've got this 2-2, right? And we always know in these situations, whichever pawn moves, you can always push the other one. And then you get a locked situation. So I'm now considering b5. b5, b4. Or just b5 anyway. Consideration over. I've done it. I'm on 12 minutes. I've got shitloads of time. He's got as much time as he started with. 15 minutes dead now. He's definitely extending big time here on the king side. Having moved all of his pawns now. This pawn's moved, this pawn's moved, this pawn's moved. The only two that haven't moved are B and C in front of his king. Now this, Andy, go Andy. I just stick the knight back on G8 and say, do your worst. Do your worst. So that is the theme of hello. Okay. It unpins its knight. It puts the lotion in the basket. It does this whenever it is told. Right, go with me on c4. Queen can't go there, she can't stay where it is. So my thing's here. So queen has to go there or there. Logically, here. Here, the knight is repinned. Boom. Here, I can take the knight and King Kahuna is pawned. So, yeah, it's too tempting not to do. Okay, and there he is. So he didn't want the knight to fall. Okay, now. Who has benefited cui bono from this situation in it? Part of me is just thinking I would like to have that square for the horse. An alternative is sack the LSB. And I'll tell you why, because it's shit. That's why. It's got these squares, which are all pants right now. If I sacked it off, boom, boom, that's goodbye for your pawn storm, which wasn't really a storm, was it? It was more of a kind of a mild gust of warm air from the trouser department. H6 might prompt G5, which forces the issue. I think I'd rather just hold fire. So let's think this through. Then boom, right? I'm threatening this. So, for example, I might threaten the knight. And if he takes with the queen, shall we? Go on then. Shall we? Why not? And pour a cup of the old coffee. Back on the coffee in my last kind of 2 weeks of my 90-day challenge. Yeah, I'm threatening this, which threatens that, I'm threatening that, and I'm threatening the fork on f2. Because you have to kind of start to see pieces as they're only as good as their position, in a way. Okay, so here we take. I still have castles, and because there's no pawns now here on f and g, like now I can play h6 to my heart's content. So is this a 3-point knight? Is this a 3-point bishop or is it a 2-point bishop? Right? Are these pawns 1-point pawns, for example? Now I don't have this, that's the problem because bishop defends there. Right, I can drop back here, and actually that attacks e4 because the only defender is the knight, but the knight's pinned. So that makes a lot of sense to me. So I'm a pawn down because I'm down a bishop for 2 pawns. That's the only blood that has been spilt in the entire game so far. All of which is good. Okay, now surely that's just free. Yeah, free stuff. Don't think twice, it's all right. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. Good tunes. Okay, now this, right, we've got the same problem, right? His knight is still pinned on the queen. Yes, it's defended by a knight and a pawn and, you know, queen. That doesn't matter. It's in a pin. Can't move. Right? So if I put my knight back here, let's go West Country now. I put my knight back here. It's attacking that pawn, isn't it? And it's attacking that pawn. What are you, his bodyguard? His gardener. Yes, knight back here. That's undefended. And that is effectively undefended because it... Oh, no, no, no. Excuse me very much. Rook defends. Good catch, Hunstable. Right, now here, he's not going to take with the queen or the pawn, he's going to take with this knight, isn't he? But if I come back anyway and hit this pawn, what's he going to do about it? He's got this, he hasn't got that, because of pawn. Right, so I come back here, he could put his knight there. I can always do that. I have this in theory. I mean, it looks like one of those kind of, in a blitz game, you just go, oh, I'll stick my knight back. It's not actually under attack because the knight's still pinned. I'm really disinclined to castle that way. I kind of like in h6 as well, just as a general purpose. Let's play h6, just as a general purpose move. Right, stops any shenanigans with the pawn, keeps this square away from this bishop. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind ganging up on this pawn actually, but because actually the knight's still pinned, so it's actually only defended once by the rook, yes? But how can I hit it? Oh, that's away. Oh, you bugger. Takes, 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 takes. Me's like a this. Or takes, 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 takes is the same business. Then this pawn's a big weakness. And I have queen here. Now, or do I just castle now? How else do I defend the pawn? That doesn't work because bishop takes it. G5 doesn't work, he captures on passant, knight takes. G5 captures on passant, knight takes. I'm giving up my attentions on this. Can I afford to castle? No, because he's got that immediately. The bugger. Yeah? Castles, bishop takes h6. This pawn's in a pin because my king's on this square. Not good. And so there, in fact, maybe h6 was a dumb move. So castles isn't actually a good defense. King f8 might be a defense, but king f8 means that this rook's going to be locked out of the game for some time. Other alternative is this. Let's do that. Let's go swapsies. I really didn't think this through, did I? All that. That was just a lazy move. And I think I'm just going to trade off that bishop. Okay. So now we have a big old mess of pawns here. I've got this, actually. Here's a thought. We ignore the threat. That comes with check. Queen here. Have it. I care not. Because I have that with check. Forcing the king here or here. I can't long castle as well. That's another point. But I do have rook 8. Rook g8 is a thought. Okay. Now that pawn is undefended because the king has blocked the rook's defense of said pawn. So I have this and maybe then this. And this, possibly. Right? Here, you take. Now I still can't long castle because I'll be going through check from this bishop, which is annoying. I could play rook g8 now, but then I might miss the boat on this. Takes and takes is very good. Here, let you take. I come here. 2 legal moves. Oh, but no, if queen takes there, then that undefends this, which would be catastrophic. Okay. Pulling the trigger. I've got 6.5 minutes. He's nearly 14 minutes, this character. I might also have this, then connecting the rooks that way. That might work. I love this game. You did not just do that. Okay. Now, you have to do this to defend the bishop. But now, no, it doesn't defend the bishop. I'm attacking it twice. Okay. This is a good situation. I'm +4 materials. I have 2 checks with the queen. This is the closest one, and it forces this because nothing can interpose, okay? There. Goes here. I can check again. There he goes here. I win the rook. So that's out of the question. So here he has to go here. Am I wrong? Here, king e1. I've got more checks, could win a pawn. Let's... Okay, my rook's hanging. This is the situation. I have king e7 to connect the rooks. There ain't no dark square bishop. I can always block with this. That's not good. I'm convinced that is not good because it's a free rook. Bishop could block here. This pawn falls. Everything's falling. Okay. Bosh. Eh? 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 I think maybe his fear is even something like this. Even takes, boom. You can have all the rooks. Don't matter, because you get mated. Here. Yeah, it's just... Brown trousers time. Brown trousers for Tommy Omnistrife from Slovakia. Well, I think we should have a look at that, don't you? Good game. How do you say thank you in Slovak or Czech? I ought to know that. Ought to know that. Okay, let's... Thank you in Slovak. Dakujem. Okay, I did not know this. Okay, 71.6. And there was one big cock up. Okay, we'll do the whole thing. So the Kennedy defense, Nimzovich defense, Kennedy variation, Link Springer variation, book, and excellent. What was better than that? Well, that's marginal. Okay, might be worth looking into. That was good, but not best. Yeah, the immediate whatever. Which we played anyway. Now it says it's alright, but it's not bad. Again, this look, we look at the graph, right? These are not big mistakes or anything. So just, that's the best move. Well, bugger me. 2 can play at that game. Retreats. This is okay. So is this. And it didn't like c5. It did not like c5. But then opponent fails to capitalize. What should he have done? What did I... Yeah, well, we knew about the... Oh, that was silly. Yeah, you're quite right, Fish. Thank you, Fish. Anyway, he didn't do that. We did this. Again, meh. Mistake by him, and that's a blunder. Allowed the opponent to eventually win a knight. Now, I should have pushed h6, which I actually did. But he had the opportunity there. No, I'm sorry. Tell me how that wins a knight. Show me. Okay, well, what about this then? Clever clogs. It doesn't win the knight at all, you stupid seafood. Okay, b5 is a blunder. Opponent misses it. Best move, yaha. You know, humans make mistakes. This is what the great thing about playing humans. Computer chess leaves me, I don't know, a bit cold. We're playing it. It's a game of faults, of fallibilities. It's about who makes the mistakes, not who can see a million moves into the future. And that's a mistake. Well, swivel on my bishop. Oh yeah, I could have had that pawn. I could have had that. You're absolutely right because of the pin on the knight. Yeah. Well, should have taken the bishop. So now white is good. White is good. So if we look at the graph again, this is white's purple patch here. He's winning here, but that ain't, because now I do win the pawn. So I went back for a second bite. Okay. But white's still fine. Absolutely fine. Now I play this move and it goes, that's a stupid move. God, it gave me 1500 and him 13. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he shouldn't have recaptured immediately. What should he have done? Taken the pawn because that comes with a greater threat. So yeah, this was not a great example of super light accurate play. I like this though. And he moved the king. And he just collapses at this point, doesn't he? He collapses. This is the best move. And that is not the best move. But this is humans. I love humans. You're a human, unless you're some AI engine, just like skimming YouTube, in which case, right? If you're a human, you complete me. You know? And it all goes tits up from this point. Bang, a boomer, boomer, rang, and we're winning. Ooh, blunderoo. Oh, that's interesting. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, king e7, look. Just connect the rooks, hunty. You're chilling. Queen can't go there with check. She can't go there with check. She's got nothing. Nothing, bruv. You've always got this anyway. But, you know, let's go. Human moves, kid. Human moves. Name the film. Might even be in the thumbnail. I love this game. And we're winning. And that's how you win a game of chess. You know? It's mind against mind. It's not silicon bollocks. You know? Beautiful. All right. Well, keep the faith. Let's keep flying the flag for humanity in the face of Skynet and its chess engines. But for now, we're going to still keep enjoying ourselves. That's what's important. All right. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.